So here we are from our vantage point on Mother Earth. The sun keeps moving on and has a different backdrop from our perspective here. And at this time, we're still in the quarter of duality. We're trying to work out where is our balance, where's the uniformity in all of duality. And the sun now still in this quarter where the base trigram is calm, water, danger, the potential to say yes, and Lugnazad, this celebration of the summer festivals in the Northern Hemisphere by the pagan tradition. So if you look at this quarter here, the sun in the 64, right next door to it, the next one coming up is the 47. And those of you familiar with human design will know this makes a channel, 6447. So it's probably the fourth most common channel that shows up in human design. And so it's the channel that we, in simple terms, it's about making sense out of life. The only difficulty with trying to make sense out of life is life doesn't necessarily make sense. But it's this thing of joining the dots between the past and the present. Do we have reference points? Do we have preconceived possibilities that something that happened in the past is still relevant today? So the 64 is very much involved in this, and we enter into what we call the life theme of consciousness. Where are we in all of this? So the next three life themes are going to be very interesting for us. You know, what is this life theme of consciousness all about? So conscious sun in the 64, the gateway I call diverse possibilities. The traditional translation from the I Ching is before completion, right? Just before you wrap up something or other. Have we got it all in there? Have we checked out every conceivable possibility about all the different experiences that can happen in life? Have we registered with all the different tomes of wisdom? And then on the other side, the earth is in the 63, the gateway of doubts, which is the gateway of after completion, right? We've done it, and did we get it all in there? You know, so there's this concern between these two hexagrams. They're exact opposites in terms of yin and yang. So the one, you know, have we explored every possibility, and having wrapped it all up, did it conclude something interesting, or did we miss something? And then on the unconscious side, we got the 35, the gateway of progress and moving on in our life experiences. You know, did we get somewhere? Did something get achieved here? And then on the other end of it, the 5, the gateway of waiting. And have we wrapped it all up here? You know, do we need to wait a little bit longer? Is there more to be seen here? And the 5th gateway, very much this gateway of timing, in universal timing. You know, are we in tune with the laws and the timing of the universe and the nature and everything around us? So really an extraordinary life theme, this one, of checking out all the possibilities of what is life all about. Have we considered everything? Have we left something out? Even if we have agreed on something or other, is it going to work for us? Is it right? Is there a sense of progress in life? Have we learned anything from our experiences? And is it okay just to wait until things become really clear to us? So people that have this particular life theme, we're looking at Raquel Welch, who really pushed the envelope in terms of stardom in America, in Hollywood and other places. We're also looking at Strauss, this composer of these extraordinarily beautiful waltzes and other music from Austria, changed the whole world in this completely different tone of providing music for dance. And also our latest country western star, Beyonce, also has this particular light in exploring consciousness, every conceivable possibility. So it's a very, very particular life theme, this one, of just expanding, drawing all the wisdom and knowledge from whatever life has produced before, contesting, does this bring fulfilling experience in life? Have I missed anything? Is there more to be included here? Where do I find myself in all of this? And the timing, the 5th gateway of timing, of connecting into the force of life around us and just seeing. People with this life theme, necessarily, it's all about meditation. It's all about finding that inner center. You know, what is it that really goes on within me that would be put out into the world? Is there ever a limit? Is there ever a folding point? And the more and more we get involved in life, we just see life goes on forever. You know, this thing of dying and that's the end of the story. It's like, no. We take on this form here on planet Earth, you know, the 3D and the carbon-based life form, and we just keep exploring. You know, it goes on forever, this thing. There's no let up. Yes, there are points in time of tranquility and rest, but the journey of life and the expansion of consciousness just goes on and on. So the sun moves on and goes into the fourth line of the 64 and the fourth line of the 63, and we enter into this particular life theme. I call it multiplicities. We could also call it the life theme of confusion, but it depends on who it is that's playing out this. Multiplicities can include all kinds of different actions and possibilities in life. And now the unconscious sun has moved on into gateway number 45, the gateway of the king or the queen or the ruler, the one that has the last word on things. And the 26, it's like, what's worth chasing after here? What is it that really has value for us? So again, multiplicities, all kinds of different things are possible through this life theme. And it's for somebody that's got this life theme, they have to be so balanced, so clear in themselves that they take responsibility for whatever it is that wants to come through them, to play through them. All fourth lines, you know, particularly with the conscious sun and conscious earth here, all fourth lines have a very influential possibility. Like, we're all in this together. Can we all get on the same page with this thing? But it's holding a very, very particular flavor of life here, this multiplicities. Can you deal with it? Can you play in any realm you like? Is anything possible? And the person that comes to mind with me, you know, this is a very rare life theme, and this is Peter Sellers. If you've ever watched Peter Sellers in action, you know, Dr. Strangelove, Being There, the Pink Panther, the original Pink Panther, Inspector Clouseau. I mean, talk about genius, talk about somebody that was always on the edge of multiplicities, could go in any direction whatsoever, completely blow any concept of what you have as a fixed way of looking at life. And a great example of somebody that just played this life theme to the max. Anything's possible. And so as we enter into this particular life theme for all of us, maybe an opportunity for all of us to expand our horizons. Where are the limits that we put on ourselves? How about pushing the envelope a little bit? How about looking into something, you know, let's go crazy with this. I mean, crazy in a really, really good way. And just to see, what is it that life wants to offer to us in all of our journeys to fulfillment? So then the life theme moves on into the fifth and sixth lines here with the conscious sun. And we come into this life theme we call dominion. And again, we got the unconscious sun in the 45, the unconscious sun in the 26. So let's start with the unconscious 26. What do you want? What is it that really holds value for you in this lifetime? What is it in amongst everything else that is thrown at us? What is it that really makes its mark for us? Like we feel in our heart of hearts what it is that really holds value. And then the 45, the unconscious sun, how are we going to put this out? You know, the king, the queen, the ruler, the 45, the in charge, the one that has the last word on things. And we're talking about 5-1, 5-2, 6-2, 6-3 profiles. The ones that have this possibility to shape the reality around us, to give guidance, to help clean up what it is that can be cleaned up. And dominion is about taking a stance. It's about, here I am in my life. This is the deal. This is what's opening up for me. These are the things that I draw to me that have great relevance and importance for me. And the 45 takes the stand. I pronounce. I have. And then looking at the 63 is like, okay, I have the means to recognize those things in life that aren't necessarily going to work. What am I going to do about it? How am I going to shape it? How am I going to make pronouncements that make for the possibility of cleaning it all up? And then the 64, these diverse possibilities. What can I pull in here? Where can I expand? What are the things that needed to be included here in my story? And so taking charge of our life, that's what the Dominion's all about. What is it not only that I perceive as being valuable, but what is going to be valuable for everybody else? What are the things that really need to be made aware for everybody? And so this particular life theme has a great possibility to tune into what's humanity really looking for? What's our life experience all about? Can we grasp it? Can we accept it? Can we make more of this in our world? And so 3 people that have this particular life theme, you'll recognize Bernie Sanders, this very unusual governor and then politician, senator from Vermont in America, that is just stands in a majority of 1. He has these very particular ways of pronouncing things. Dominion, take charge. You too can take charge. Pink, this extraordinary vocalist, this performer. And also Adam Sandler. I mean, is there another Adam Sandler on the planet here? The guy's a genius. And he just keeps expanding. These are the possibilities. Anybody can play. Even the most foolish presentation of somebody can turn into the hero. And that is just a stance and possibility. Dominion is really about taking charge of our life. And we'll just see, as the world gets crazier and crazier around us, what do we really stand for? And the movement of the sun going through this particular life theme will really begin to remind us again, take charge of your life, take a stance here, be you. That's what you came here for. And have the greatest possible experience of that. This is a episode, this life, this particular time frame, as we make this move from the Piscean age, the age of where it's everybody else's fault, the faith-based age, and we're moving into this age of the power of the individual. And this particular life theme really just says that, stand as who you are. So all 192 life themes are in this book of destinies. It's in print form, it's in audible form, it's in all kinds of audible devices now will take this, has this book on it. And also, of course, it's Kindle as well. So everything is in there, your life theme, your family's life theme, the people you work with life theme. It's really worthwhile finding out what goes in everybody's lives. What is the undercurrent of their life? And that's what these themes are all about. Part of the Human Design trilogy here are these books available all over the world, and the original Human Design book now in 15 languages. So take your choice with it. There we are. That's it for this time. We're going to look at the 47 next time and just see where's this whole thing going.